Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. Daredevil, which is generic guy in sweat clothes, but also has a Daredevil head. Basically, this is Hasbro's attempt to give you a generic thug while selling it as Daredevil, which I guess makes enough sense. I don't know. Let's do a question of the day. How many of you wanted Daredevil in this outfit? And how many of you wanted just a generic thug or whatever, street guy, whatever, wearing a hoodie and sweatpants? Let me know. I'm curious, and I'm sure Hasbro would like to know, and I doubt they watch my videos. But it's a unique thing, so let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. Again, it's fine for a fake retro card package. It's not actually based on anything, but they do have the little comics on there, so they look nice enough. If you like to display on the card, you could do it. I reviewed these two. Oh, I need to review him. I should have reviewed him today. Oh well, I haven't reviewed these ones yet. Do you want me to? I'll probably review this one because it'll probably get views for the boobs. I don't know about this one because who cares, and maybe not this one because everybody's already mad at it, but everybody should like Beast, so I'll review that. But there you go, there it is. That's the package, and here's the figure. And this guy is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store if you want to get one. I'll have a link in the description below. He stands just shy of 17 centimeters to the top of the noggin. That's going to make him just about 6 and we'll call it 5/8, give or take. Here he is up against Darwin. The scale creep is starting to show, and that's interesting. How big will they go? Will this be a 7-inch line eventually? Probably not, but maybe. So this guy is basically just bare black PVC, other than the little thingies for his strings there, and his shoes, and of course his face. There's nothing else going on. So the paintwork for the shoes, it's good enough. It's fine. Zero shading, zero paintwork on the entire body. It is just bare. It's not all PVC, I shouldn't say that. It's PVC and ABS, but it looks alright, I guess. It being just black, whatever. That's painted fairly sloppily for being the only paint on the whole body, but if you're not zooming in close with the camera, you'll be fine. If you are, then your photography isn't going to look as good. And then we have the Daredevil head, which is fine. He's got a big bottom lip, like he's got some, what is that called, dip? The tobacco stuff, maybe he's got that going on, I don't know. And then he's got some french fries hanging out the back, which, the paint job's pretty rough. Like, they didn't have much to do on this figure, and they still didn't do much. It's nuts. But yeah, the sculpt is okay. Like, it's hard to make a character wearing nothing but sweat gear look intimidating, and this is fine. Once you pose it, it'll be okay, but really the biggest issue is that his pecs are so tiny and high up that it makes him look goofy. And again, once you pose him, that'll be fine, but if you sculpt it right in the first place, it'll look even better posed rather than just trying to hide the bad stuff. So it's not great, but it's definitely good enough. I suspect we'll see indie companies making figures like this more frequently that will be better than this and probably cost less. That's my guess. Maybe more than a guess, but either way, it's not an impressive looking figure. It's just good enough. If you're a Marvel Legends collector, I'm sure you're going to be fine with it because it looks at least as good as most Marvel Legends. It's fully new sculpt, so that's nice, but it's nothing impressive in terms of the actual sculpt work. It's just good enough, sort of. So, yeah, 7 out of 10. It's a bare black plastic figure that doesn't have an impressive sculpt. As far as accessories go, you get a decent spread of hands. I guess you get the open hand and the fist hand that come on him in the package. You get another fist hand and a trigger finger hand. That's interesting considering it's Daredevil and he doesn't come with a gun. And then you get a gripping hand, which would work for his little stick and and the comic, which, like, they don't even include hands that make sense for holding the comics, let alone comics that make sense in the first place. The hard plastic comic that's oversized makes no sense. But then the C-grip hands make no sense also. So the comic's worthless once again, but you do get his stick with a rope on it if you want that. So accessory-wise, 5 out of 10. Can it pose? Is it a well-articulated figure being a brand new sculpt? It should be the best articulated figure Hasbro has done, right? It's brand new. Everything is brand new. Maybe not literally. Maybe some of these parts have been reused, but I don't think so. Let's see. The head is on a double ball peg, and the neck is on a ball peg. Let's pop this first. The ball peg for the neck, mine is completely seized up. Like, it'll wiggle, and it'll rotate, but it snaps back. So, I don't know how well that's going to work for a lot of you. You may have to heat that and pop it off and see what you can do. The hoodie Is it glued on? No, it's not. Okay. It's not glued on, but they did that. So, if you want to customize this body, you have to grind that down. But at least the hood itself is sculpted pretty nicely, so I'll give them that. And it sits flush, so that's good. But the ball peg up here is one of their better ones. Maybe they're learning, actually. Maybe they're learning, because it does work nicely. Man, ball pegs are such a treat for necks. If you've never used a ball peg on a neck, you're missing out, because it makes the figure so much more expressive. I almost said expressionable. That's not a word. Butterfly joint on this guy is dog water. A lot of people have been using that comment, or maybe one guy has been using that phrase in my comments. I'm going to use it today. It's dog water, which means it's bad. It doesn't have much range, and it's loose, and it's ugly. Shoulders do raise up well enough, but it still looks pretty goofy, even though they tried to offset the shoulder doing this kind of like S-shaped shoulder. I know it's not actually, but kind of is. Based on where the pins are. It works well enough, I guess, but because of the way Hasbro does their shoulders, it's still not quite right. But it's a good attempt at raising the arm up better. Full rotation there, bicep swivel is fine. Double jointed elbow works well enough. Wrists have a swivel and a hinge, that's pretty standard. How's the diaphragm joint? It should be great on this body. Does lean back nicely. Sculpt is terrible. The sculpt is just terrible. Why is it sculpted like that? What is that giant gap in there? Oh, man. And it doesn't lean forward. Like, really at all. Like, almost zero lean forward. Side to side, very little. As usual. Nowhere near as good as it should be. And then the waist twist is an actual twist again, rather than a ball joint, so it's ugly again. Yep, another crap figure, honestly, from Hasbro. Alright, legs don't go all the way out to the side. Just better than 45. Going forward, they do get up to horizontal. No real range going back. Thigh swivel is a thigh swivel. Double jointed knee. That works pretty well, but holy crap. Holy extra plastic in there. More space than you need, Batman. That's not good. And then as we were talking about in the short the other day, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it if you care at all about what you're making. Don't put these giant flat faceted knees on these figures. Round them off. Round them off. Alright, for the ankle you do get your full rotation. The shoe goes back pretty far, but you have to really force it over that cuff. And I feel like you might rip this off, but be careful and you'll be able to do it. Bring the leg or the foot forward. It goes far enough. No toe hinge. Ankle rocker is decent, especially with that rotating cuff. It's essentially a ball hinge, so the ankles work pretty well. It's not a terrible figure, but it is thoroughly unimpressive. Being a brand new sculpt, it is thoroughly unimpressive. The articulation is going to get a 7 out of 10. It doesn't even have good articulation on a brand new sculpt. What the heck? Will it serve its purpose? Sure. Is it going to stand out in your collection from Marvel Legends because it's got a new sculpt? Probably. But it is just bare plastic. It has very little articulation. That's actually good. The accessories are not impressive. It is just more of the same from Hasbro. Slightly better in some ways, not better in others. They couldn't put any paint on it. Nothing? Ugh, I'm gonna go 7 out of 10. I'm just tired of these companies, like mostly Hasbro, but other companies too. Even Bandai is starting to spill into it. It's like they know that collecting action figures is a pretty big thing right now, and they're just leaning into the low quality, mass output, high prices thing, and it's just nuts. And I don't want to hear, well, that's just the way it is, because other companies aren't doing it. They're making better figures for lower prices. That's 2 steps. That's 2 different things happening that prove me right. This is just not good enough, and I'm curious what you guys think, but it's so underwhelming for a brand new sculpt. From the back, he looks even extra goofy. Yeah, I'm not going to give it a higher score than that. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.